If that scene from Jumanji left you stunned, let me tell you, you haven't seen anything yet. Because the real scaly titans are in this video. You ready to break out in a cold sweat? Top 10 largest reptiles in the world. Number 10. American alligator. This behemoth with an insane bite lives in the southeastern United States. In fact, an American alligator made headlines in August 2023 because, at 14 feet long and 802 pounds, it became the largest of its kind to be legally hunted. However, that guy isn't even close to being one of the biggest in the wild. An American alligator can weigh between 440 and 1,102 pounds and stretch up to 19 feet long. That's as long as a pickup truck. But if you really want to dive into how monstrous an American alligator can get, hear me out. The largest one ever found weighed 2,204 pounds. Wow. By the way, any member of this species can bite with a force of 13,172 newtons, easily snapping turtle shells like they're cookies. Number 9. Black Caiman. The words apex predator perfectly describe the black caiman's role in South America's rivers, lakes, and flooded savannas. This intimidating black colossus isn't picky about its meals. Everyone's on the menu. River dolphins, anacondas, alpacas, tapirs, and even pumas and jaguars, which, by the way, avoid the black caiman even though they do hunt crocodiles. But the black caiman's voracity doesn't even stop there. It can go cannibal and hunt its own kind. That's just pure savagery. And get ready for this, some of them weigh up to 2,424 pounds and stretch up to 19.6 feet long. I'm scared. Number 8. Nile Crocodile. Beyond its appearance, what's really terrifying about the Nile Crocodile is its patience. This reptile can wait for hours, days, or even weeks, silently stalking from the water until the moment is right for a deadly strike. Just like other apex predators, the Nile crocodile is at the top, and everyone's on the menu. From fish, other reptiles, and birds to mammals, nothing is safe. This titan, whose weight ranges between 551 and 1,984 pounds and can grow up to 21.3 feet long, rules the freshwater of 26 countries in sub-Saharan Africa. And, by the way, the largest one on record weighed in at 2,403 pounds. Number 7. False Gharial. Although it usually weighs between 220 and 1,300 pounds and is certainly very intimidating, the false Gharial is far from being at the top of its food chain. It lives in the serene rivers of Malaysia and western Indonesia, where it feeds on fruit bats, rodents, and at most baby deer because its snout is really slender. Even in the largest cases ever seen in this species, they've measured up to 22.9 feet long and weighed 1,763 pounds. Mind-boggling, right? Although majestic in appearance, sadly the false Gharial is seriously threatened due to draining activities that have diminished its habitat. Number 6. Gharial. The original is always better, isn't it? Because the true Gharial is much bigger than the false one. Weighing in at 1,500 pounds and measuring up to 22.9 feet long. Magnificent. And despite its size, the Gharial also has that elegant, super slender snout, which means it mostly eats crustaceans and fish. The younger ones can only eat insects and tadpoles. Pretty odd for this huge creature that calls northern India, Pakistan, and Myanmar home. The biggest of its kind has weighed up to 2,204 pounds. Can you imagine such a monster munching on little crabs? It's hard for me to picture that. Number 5. Orinoco Crocodile. This titan has bony plates on its skin, making it look like a dinosaur. So it won't surprise you that the largest Orinoco crocodiles have weighed up to 2,425 pounds. Wow! Although typically their weight ranges between 440 and 1,543 pounds, and they can measure up to 22.9 feet long, which is still colossal. Native to the Orinoco River Basin, this titan is none other than the supreme predator of Latin America. So nobody messes with it, and everyone's on the menu for him, with a special liking for fish. But here's a quirky fact. The gold tegu lizard eats the Orinoco crocodile's eggs more often than this apex predator would like to admit. Number 4. American crocodile. With a formidable length of up to 22.9 feet and a weight ranging from 330 to 1,322 pounds, the American crocodile has no rivals in its habitat. And what is its habitat? Well, it starts from southern Florida, goes along the coasts of Mexico, and stretches all the way to Peru and Venezuela. It's all over the Americas. By the way, it likes coastal areas because it tends to prefer saltwater, which has made it a known shark hunter. Wow, talk about fierce. Plus, its imposing size also makes it a threat to humans who dare to invade its territory, especially when there are individuals weighing up to 2,828 pounds around. Terrifying. Number 3. Saltwater crocodile. This one is a real man-eater. And not just because there are 1 or 2 fatal saltwater crocodile attacks reported in Australia each year, but because in 1945, during World War II, a Japanese battalion escaped through its habitat, and these colossal reptiles killed 400 of them. So it's true that nothing is off its menu, not even soldiers armed for war. This monster, whose weight can reach up to 2,866 pounds and can measure up to 22.9 feet long, is not only the largest, but also possesses the strongest bite force of any living animal on Earth. So imagine its jaws closing around you with 16,414 newtons of force. It would simply snap you in half like a sausage. The largest individual of this species ever recorded weighed 4,409 pounds. Godzilla, is that you? Number 2. Green Anaconda. With its monstrous 28 feet in length, the green anaconda is the second longest snake in the world. It inhabits the swamps, lagoons, streams, and rivers of South America and the Caribbean island of Trinidad, where it stalks its prey from the water. Weighing up to 500 pounds, the green anaconda eats pretty much any animal, with a special fondness for tapirs, deer, jaguars, and antelopes. Once it catches and wraps around them, it applies its deadly squeeze. This way, it not only kills its prey, but also shatters all their bones to make it easier to swallow them whole. How terrible. Those specimens were huge, but now it's time to meet the monarch. Number 1. Reticulated Python. Just like the saltwater crocodile, the reticulated python is a known man-eater. Scary stuff. The most recent attack was in 2022, when a woman in Indonesia was swallowed whole. Can you believe it? Native to South and Southeast Asia, the reticulated python is the longest snake in the world, capable of reaching up to 32 feet in length. It's even longer than a bus. It can wrap around and squeeze to death pretty much anything. Although it's not as heavy as the green anaconda, the reticulated python can weigh up to 350 pounds and is extremely strong. So even the strongest human wouldn't stand a chance against it. Please, someone close the Chamber of Secrets now! That wraps up our tour through Jurassic Park. Which of these reptiles impressed you the most? Leave a comment. For me, the bite of the saltwater crocodile was horrifying. Dying like that must be awful. If you enjoyed the video, like it and subscribe for more content like this. Until the next adventure.